Sometimes a broken bar love doesn't walk into your life and knocks softly, when you least expect it. A broken bar, maybe even during a Christmas there. So before you skip wait till the end, because this story might just remind you that miracles don't always come wrapped in glitter. Sometimes, they come shivering on your doorstep in the snow. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it out, because someone out there might need this warmth tonight. Evelyn Chase was the kind of woman who had everything. The youngest female CEO of a global design firm, her life was defined by luxury, success, and the constant hum of deadlines. People saw her as confident, unshakable, as the kind of woman who didn't need anyone. But behind that perfect smile and tailored coat was someone tired of pretending she wasn't lonely. Christmas was coming again, and just like every year, she'd promised herself she wouldn't spend it alone. Yet, there she was at her penthouse, echoing with silence, her phone filled with unread holiday greetings that meant nothing. Her assistant, Leila, had tried to convince her to take a break, maybe even go on a blind date. Evelyn had laughed, almost bitterly. Blind dates? Please, Leila, those are for people who believe in fairy tales. Leila only smiled knowingly. Maybe it's time you believed in one again. A week later, at the company's Christmas Eve gathering, a group of her senior staff played their annual Christmas dare. Everyone was supposed to draw a dare from a jar. Evelyn had never participated before, but that night, with champagne in her hand and exhaustion in her eyes, she decided to play along. When she pulled out her slip, everyone cheered. Her dare read, "Go on a blind date before midnight." The room erupted with laughter. Evelyn rolled her eyes. "You're joking." But Leila, who had secretly planned this, already had the arrangements made. "He's expecting you at the old cottage cafe tilde copyright just outside town. It's quiet, charming. A broken bar may be exactly what you need." Evelyn didn't know what made her agree. Maybe it was the way everyone's eyes sparkled with Christmas joy. Maybe she was tired of being the one who never tried. So, for once, she left her office early, dressed in a long ivory coat, her hair tied loosely, her heart oddly restless. The snow had started to fall heavier as she drove. Streetlights blurred into soft halos, and the road grew quieter. By the time she reached the cafe tilde copyright, it was nearly deserted, the closed for Christmas sign swaying in the cold wind. Confused, she stepped out, wrapping her scarf tighter. That's when she saw him, a man standing by the door, holding a small thermos, his breath visible in the frosty air. He was tall, rugged, with kind eyes that seemed to hold 1,000 untold stories. "You must be Evelyn," he said with a shy smile. "I'm Daniel. I was told this would be broken bar a blind date." She almost laughed. "You're joking, right?" The cafe tilde copyright is closed. He shrugged. "Well, I work here. Thought I'd keep the lights on just in case." They sat by the window as snow fell silently outside. He poured her some cocoa from his thermos, and for the first time in years, Evelyn didn't feel the need to check her phone. Daniel was gentle, funny in a quiet way. He talked about simple things, baking for the local orphanage, playing guitar at the Christmas fair, missing his late father who used to carve wood and stars for the village tree. Evelyn found herself opening up to about her parents' divorce, her climb up the corporate ladder, how success often came with loneliness. He listened, really listened, and when she said she'd stopped believing in Christmas magic, he smiled softly. "Maybe magic doesn't stop existing," he said. "Maybe we just stopped noticing it." Hours passed like minutes. By the time they realized it was midnight, the snow outside had turned thick and white. Evelyn stood to leave, her heart oddly heavy. "This was a broken bar, unexpected," she said quietly. Daniel nodded. "The best things usually are." As she walked to her car, she turned to wave goodbye, but he was already gone. The cafe tilde copyright lights flickered out, leaving only the glowing snow. When she returned to her penthouse that night, she found something strange in her coat pocket, a small wooden star, carved neatly, with her initials engraved. No note, no explanation. The next morning, curious and restless, she drove back to the cafe tilde copyright. It was closed, its windows frosted. An old woman from the neighboring store saw her and smiled sadly. "Oh, "Dear Broken Bar, are you looking for Daniel?" Evelyn nodded. The woman sighed. "He passed away 3 Christmases ago. Heart condition. Kindest soul you'd ever meet. He used to serve cocoa to strangers every Christmas Eve. Said it made him feel less alone." Evelyn froze. Her breath caught in her chest. "But to Broken Bar, I saw him last night. We talked for hours." The woman only looked at her kindly, whispering, "Then maybe Christmas magic finally found you." Tears filled Evelyn's eyes as she looked at the cafe tilde copyright at the same window where they'd sat. For the first time in years, she smiled. Not the polished smile of a CEO, but the real one of a woman who finally believed in something again. That night, she organized a dinner for her staff and their families, opened donations for local shelters, and made sure no one she knew spent Christmas alone. On the rooftop, she hung that wooden star above the Christmas tree. Every light reflected off it like a heartbeat, soft and eternal. And every Christmas after that, Evelyn went back to that cafe tilde copyright leaving a thermos of cocoa by the door, whispering, "Thank you, Daniel." Because sometimes, love doesn't come to stay. Sometimes it just comes to remind you how to feel again.